Diana Amisi is a business enthusiast, writer, speaker, and psychologist. Besides that, she is a mother, wife, and she loves Jesus. She is passionate about helping people cope with various life situations. She is currently practicing, and you can follow her on LinkedIn at Diana Amis or subscribe at her Substack at Diana Amis.
Every person
has a story.
Some are loud,
others are buried
in silence. And here we bring them to light.
Some conversations change how we think. Others change how we live. This is a space for both. Welcome to In the Quiet podcast, where honesty isn't filtered, but silent cups are filled. Hey there, this is In the Quiet podcast, where silent cups are filled. If you're new here, I'm Kenzuri Sandra, your host, and this episode, we are going to talk about healthy coping mechanism. On our podcast, we talk about mental health and everything psychology and everything in between. If you haven't subscribed, please do down below and follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Today's topic is about healthy coping mechanism. It is a topic that I wanted to talk about for a while now, talking about the differences between avoidance, numbing, and coping. What is it and where does it stem from? How do we live it? What does it look like in our everyday life? Allow me to welcome my guest today, Diana Amisi. You're welcome.
Wow, thank you very much, Sandra.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me here. I'm so happy. And,
So today's topic is healthy coping mechanism, and I know it is something that you're so passionate about.
Yes.
And I think I would love to immediately go into it.
All right.
What led you to being or to have an interest in coping mechanism or emotional regulation?
Wow, that's a good question. For me, I think what really inspired me to learn more about coping, just get into finding out ways of coping, is just life. You know, life itself, seeing how people could go through certain situations at different times of their lives, and then trying to see like how some manage it well, they come out even stronger, and they heal. And then there are others, the same situation, but you find others they're not able to come out of that situation. It overwhelms them, or they remain there, or some even, they just lose it completely. Yeah, so, and it's because life itself, if you were to plot it on, let's say, a graph, you'd find that life is not a straight line.
Yeah.
It's a line that has ups and downs.
Yes, it's not linear.
It's not linear. So there's the ups where things are okay. There's where things are just like normal. And then there's now the down parts. And mostly coping focuses with the down parts because that's where people are low. And so how do you get out of it? Yes.
Is there any particular story of what really like was like, or I have to, if I hadn't done this, I would still be stuck? Or
sorry, go again.
Is there a particular story in your life where you could have practiced this? Because in what you just told me is that there are people who get stuck when life happens.
Yes.
And there are those who immediately stand up and dust their shoulders and then keep going. Has there been that experience for you?
Yes. And many, but I would mention one that is something that really stood out for me and shaped my character at a slightly younger age. And it's a story of how I first failed. I would say I first failed. You know, I'd been this child that throughout my education, I wasn't like the last person. I would be like somewhere in the middle or among the best. So this was a first for me. I went like rock bottom. I was really down. And it happened during my first year at the university. I was doing a bachelor's degree in business management. And so after the first year, we used to go for a long holiday during my times. We'd go like after the 2 semesters, we used to have 2 semesters, and then you go for a long holiday, and then now you come back to school for now the second year. So that was my first year. And when we joined first year, there's this group that one of our lecturers told us to form, of about like 20 or 15 students. And we were to do a project in that group. And so I joined the group. And always in any setup, school setup, there's always like the people who are high performance, and then there are those who don't perform very well. There are those who are average. And even in like group setups, there are those the groups which perform well, and then the ones that don't, the ones which are like somewhere in between.
Yeah.
So I would say the group that I joined, which involved also our class representative then, was like the group which was called like the chops, like the ones who are, like the ones that they're always reading, they're on top of things, So that's the group that I happened to join. It was just by chance I joined. I happened to join that group. And so we did the project. It went well. And then, so for us, we kept on the group. We used to discuss together. We were so many, like about 15 or 20 there.
Hey, yeah, that was a big group.
It was a big group.
Yeah.
But then, you see, we would follow each other. Being freshers, like new in the university, we just follow each other. We walk together. We are sitting, when other people are like making noise, the lecturer is not there. We just call each other, we go and sit, and we start discussing, the things which we are being taught and things like that. We'd revise together. Yeah. So that group, we kept it on. And then now we finished the first year, we did exams, and we went home. And normally, when we open, now we are coming for second year, that's when the results are out. They are brought to your campus. And for our case, the main campus was far away. And then our campus was the town campus, the one in town. So we called each other. People are from the villages and everywhere. So we call each other, we tell each other, okay, come, the results are out. It was like during the breaks, before we opened. Somebody just hearsay, we got a rumor that, results are already out. And so we call each other. Remember, we are a big group. We used to like follow each other. We just following each other. So we call each other. People are coming from the village to Rukana, Pokot, where. So we meet in town. And now because we are a big number, we hire like a whole matatu. There were so many, like, okay, the Nissans. We hire like a full Nissan. And the driver is so happy because, the matatu is getting full very fast. So he takes us, and even to give us extra, he takes us inside the university because all of us are going to the same destination. Yeah. So we reach there, and we find a long queue of people who have come. They have also had like us. So they've come to get their results. And so there's a big, the big black books. And there's a lady there with a ruler. So she reads for you, okay, this is your result, this is your... and then she tells you, if there's a missing, she tells you, write this one is missing, write this one. You look for the lecturer because you have missing marks. If there's a fail, like a supplementary, we used to call them supplementaries. Then she tells you, write this one, because supplementary, if you get one, you're supposed to repeat that one. If you get more than three and above, you repeat the whole course, like you repeat the whole year. Yeah. So my turn reaches, and I'm there. Okay, for the others, things have gone well. Now it's my turn. When my turn reaches, I'm shocked. Okay, she reads, and then she reaches somewhere. She tells me, write this one. It's in red. and it's a 38. It's out of 100. It's a 38. So it was one. I got that one supplementary. And I did not receive the news well.
Of course.
Because it was like a first major failure for me. So, at that time, you feel sad, you don't even know what to do. And, among the people that we came with, that group, none of them got a supplementary. They were lucky because supplementaries used to start from 40. Me, I had 38. So
2 points.
Just 2 points. And even for them, you'd find that
They're on
maybe
40.
they're on like 41. You see, 42.
And you guys were the ones who were reading a lot.
Yes, but the course was a tough course. So, like, they had escaped somehow. 41, 43, somehow they escaped. But then for me, I was the only one with the supplementary. And so there's so many emotions there and all that. And, there's that saying that they say that, when we were in primary school, we used to write compositions. And then we'd say, you'd include in your composition, I wished the earth would swallow me. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yes. So on that day, it became real. Because that shame, at that point, I just wished the earth would maybe open and just swallow me. Yeah. But, it was not even opening. I look around, everyone is going on with their business.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah. Like the cars are moving. People are going on with their life.
They were supposed to stop.
I thought they would stop. But they were not stopping.
Yeah.
So, I had to just, so we left the place. Fast forward,
How did you cope with that?
That's where I went home and cried a lot. But then at some point I realized even this crying is not helping me. I still have this supplementary that I have to deal with. And so I told myself, I have to come up with strategies. Because this is a first, and it's first year. I still have second year, third year, fourth year. So I have to come up with strategies. I have to realize, where did I go wrong? Because I'm the only one who got a supplementary. There must be somewhere that I went wrong. So that I come up with some strategies. At that time, I did not know that was coping.
Yeah.
I was trying to find out healthy coping ways of dealing with it. At that time, I did not know. But so, that's when I kind of had a self-reflection, and I understood that even during the group, I was a bit shy. I could not say, when we were doing the group discussions, I could not say, I don't understand this and this. Because you see, this is a group of the chops.
Yeah.
So I was not able to get help.
Yeah. Because everyone expected you to be smart, to know what you're doing.
Yeah. And I'm like, if I say I don't understand, how will these people look at me?
Yeah.
I just have to flow with the group and say, I understand. But the truth is, I do not understand.
Yeah.
So I discovered I don't function well in such a large group of people. I have to now start finding out ways of how I can read alone. Because that group is not helping me. Or maybe with one person, not so many. And so that was the end of the group from that day for me. And also I had to come up with a schedule of how I can plan my time. Because the only time that I could read was when we were in the group. So the other times I was just like walking around, fresh air, you're just like, you have all the time in the world.
You're still a child.
Actually. And from primary school, you're coming from a place where there are systems that govern
There are
you.
routines.
Routines, and there's a bell that is ringing, telling you go to class, do this.
I love that.
And here there's no bell.
There's no bell ringing. It's your first time to experience freedom.
Yeah. So I had to manage my time. So as to have time for reading, time for, and I also told myself this is the first and the last. Yeah, so that's how I coped with it.
Yeah,
and I'm glad because I never got another soup.
So you were able to hold yourself accountable.
Yes.
And to be able to learn from whatever challenge that you experienced of failing your exams. I love that you took accountability and strategized how best can you come out of it. And my next question would be, have you learned that there are some coping mechanisms that you used to have that you later realize, oh, this doesn't work, and you let go of it?
Yeah. Yeah. There are some things like, let's say, crying.
Yeah.
Even from that case, you just, okay, something has happened. It's not bad to cry.
Yeah, we are not saying it's bad to cry.
It's not bad to cry. You can cry, but let it not be you're crying every day. Yeah. Reach a place where you can, try to come up with ways where you can also deal with that situation.
Yeah.
Because crying at the end of the day does not really help.
Yeah, it's going to emotionally regulate you, but then after that, then what?
Yeah, then what? The problem is still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So things like crying.
That's a good one. I love that one. How do you draw the line between coping, avoidance, and numbing? Then maybe you can also take us through defining them and all that. For anyone who is listening, that they don't know, like, what is coping, what is avoidance, what is numbing.
Okay. So let me start with coping. And just in simple terms, I would say coping is the emotional, mental, and behavioral strategies that someone can come up with of dealing with tough situations. Yeah. So when you're in that tough situation, you come up with some strategies of how to deal with them. Yes.
Sort of like what you did.
Exactly. Yeah. And then for avoidance is where you pretend that the problem does not exist. In simple terms, you just pretend that this problem does not exist.
Yeah.
So the problem is still there, but you're pretending it does not exist. And then for numbing, it is more of the feelings. So you kind of suppress the feelings. So the feelings towards this situation are there, but then you suppress them. And I'll give an example maybe to help us understand the three. For example, let's say someone has lost a job. And then now for coping, like healthy coping, because I know the topic today is healthy coping.
Yeah.
You'd find, so they lost their job or they lost even a loved one. So how they deal with that problem. If somebody is doing healthy coping, they would come up with, let's say it's the job. They would maybe do their CVs, come up with a list of places where they want to start applying for a new job. So they're not like sitting down. They're trying to do something about it. And then avoidance would be they are just they don't want to do anything. They don't want to do anything about it. They want to just sit around, or they try to make the problem seem like it's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they want to just sit around. They are not applying. They are not doing anything about it, and they think they're okay. But the problem is still there.
Still there.
And then for numbing, this is where somebody, because it involves the feelings. So you find somebody is going to, let's say, excessive drinking just to try and suppress the feelings
The
that they
feeling,
have.
yeah.
So they know they have responsibilities, they have all these things. So they are going into drinking so that the problem might feel like it is suppressed. The feeling is suppressed. But then the problem at the end of the day, joblessness, is still there. Yeah. So the two, avoidance and numbing, we can say they are unhealthy ways.
Yeah.
Because they don't really deal with the problem. Yeah.
I love that. Because in our societies, we have lots of, I'd say most of avoiders. From what I've been seeing on social media, so there was a conversation that I was watching,
Yes.
and they were saying there are men who have become avoiders at home because of different situations. So they will come, maybe just stay in the car.
Oh, yeah.
And wait for the kids to go to sleep because maybe they're avoiding hard questions that the kids are going to ask. Their mothers are avoiding, and every time maybe their spouses are home, they're running to bed immediately and turning off the lights and sleeping.
Or they say they have a headache.
Yeah, so there's a lot of avoidance.
Yeah.
But also there's a lot of numbing when it comes to people who have experienced lots of trauma, lots of pain.
Yeah.
Because that's a way that your brain is trying to protect you. Because at the end of the day, what our brain does, its main priority is to make sure you're safe.
True.
So whatever means possible for it,
Yes.
it will do that as long as it keeps you safe. And speaking of healthy coping mechanism, makes me want to ask you, what is one healthy coping mechanism that you think has been oversimplified?
Okay, a healthy coping mechanism that has been oversimplified. I would say self-care.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I would say self-care because, self-care is something that you do for yourself to help yourself. Actually, in simple terms, I would say is just like filling your cup. I'd like to use the analogy of the cup. It's like filling your cup so that you can be able to pour into somebody else's cup.
Yeah.
And so when your cup is empty, then you have nothing to pour into somebody else's cup. So your cup has to have something. And it is good when it is even full. So you can easily share with somebody else and also have something for yourself. And so I think self-care is one of the things which has been...
oversimplified?
Yes.
How?
Because let's look at it from this angle. People think self-care is a waste of money.
Yeah.
In fact, they think it must cost money for you to do self-care, for you
Yeah.
to do something for yourself. People always think, okay, I must have money, or this is for rich people. I cannot do it. I have all these problems. Let me just deal with my problems and continue with my life and my busy schedule and my routines.
I love that.
But then there are other simple ways of just coping by doing self-care.
Like which ones? Because give us example, because we know the expensive ones.
Oh, yeah?
We know people will say therapy is expensive, but because they
yes.
think about going to a private farm. But we know government facilities, they offer therapy.
Yeah.
They will say, okay, yoga is expensive. Let's say these are expensive things. Makeup, skincare is expensive. All these things that are social media or mainstream definition of self-care. But you can tell us the most that are free.
Oh, yeah. There are so many that are free. You'll be surprised, Sandra. Things like just taking a walk.
Yeah.
You can decide in an evening walk. And that is something that you can do anywhere. Whether you're in the village, whether you're in town, whether you have money or you don't have money.
As long as you have legs.
Yeah, as long as your legs, and your legs can walk.
Yeah.
That's something you can do. Just take a 10-minute, and you're not taking even a lot of time. Just 10 minutes or 15 minutes. You can do it even maybe once in a week, or you can do it like every day if you can.
Yeah.
Even in the mornings, every day before you begin your your routines and all that. And then things like you can even skip. You can buy
A
just a rope and skip just to make some. It's for yourself, for your body. It's a form of exercise, but then
Yeah.
you are not going to the gym to pay.
Yeah. You're taking care of your body
Yeah,
still.
you're still taking care of your
Yeah.
body. There are things like just listening to music, dancing. You can put music on your phone or on
Radio.
anywhere. You can even sing yourself.
Yeah.
And that's a form of self-care.
Yeah. And I feel like it's you understanding what works for you.
Yes.
What makes you feel taken care of.
Yes.
What makes you feel special.
Exactly.
Because now we are just going to assume that this was us assuming that all the people who can afford things are doing these things. That people can afford to even buy the expensive self-care, but they are not.
Yes.
Because they don't see the value of it.
Yeah.
Or because they feel like everyone says it, so it's oversimplified.
Yeah.
The extent that someone feel like, is it really actually that valuable? But self-care is very valuable because
it is.
Because when you don't even take care of yourself, I feel like even the simplest thing as confidence, you lose it.
Yes.
You start doubting your thoughts.
Yeah.
You start doubting your decisions. You start doubting your intellect.
Very true.
Just because you are physically not taken care of, you're not well rested. Even like sleeping on time, I feel like it's self-care.
Yes.
You just saying, you know what?
Yeah.
I should sleep on time.
Very true.
Because I've been knowing that, even if you're going to therapy, even if you're working out, even if you're eating well, if you're not sleeping well, whatever self-care you've done is sort of kind of like hopeless.
Yeah, true.
Because lack of sleep is going to have a toll on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I 100% agree with you.
In fact, I have a story concerning that, a short one. When I joined, when I started doing my master's, there's this one lecturer that I did not know at that time, but later on I came to think, what was he doing? I think he was giving us self-care.
Yeah, what was he doing?
So this lecturer is a lawyer also, is a doctor, and he was teaching us ethics and legal issues, things to do with law and those legal issues. And so our classes were evening classes, and they used to start at 5:30. But then for him, he told us that his classes would be starting at 6. So he gave us at least 30 minutes for you to, come out from your work and deal with the jam, settle in and come. And to add on that, there's also something else that he did. He used to, for the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes, from 6 to let's say 6:15 or 6:10. So, most of the time you don't join class immediately on the dot.
Yeah.
So most of the times you are late because of the jam and you're coming from work, busy schedule, all that.
A lot of things.
Yes. And so when you'd reach, let's say you've joined at, let's say 6:05, you'd find he has put music.
Wow.
Like this really soft music. And every day, that's what he used to do. For the first 15 or 10 minutes, it was just music. So when you log in, you're in the class. So you'd hear this music that would really calm you. So it's like a transition from the busy, whatever's you've been doing. Now you're coming into this. But then it is a smooth transition. And I think it's also part of self-care. So later on, that's when I came to realize, wow, this was really helping me even to just calm down and relax, that music. Yeah.
I think thank you for sharing that. I think that's a very important way of looking at self-care, even in consideration of the people around you. Self-care is not just about you.
True.
It's about even the people surrounding you. Yes, you're taking care of yourself, but then how are you taking care of the people around you, which will make it easy for you? Because imagine if he doesn't practice that, you guys are attending the class when you're tired, you're overwhelmed. Guess who's going to get a bad review for a bad class? It's him.
Yeah.
Because every time you remember his class, is that yeah, I'm always tired. I'm always even tired. What is even that lecturer saying? He's even boring. I don't even get whatever he says because he's boring. But because he's able to regulate all your emotion regardless of what your day looked like,
Yes.
you're able to be like, you're able to remember this lecturer. You're
Oh,
able to be
yeah.
like, I remember this lecturer. Why? Because he took care of you.
Yes.
He made you feel comfortable. He made you
Yeah.
feel less stressed.
Mm.
So I really appreciate the story.
Wow.
So
Thank you.
I would want to know, during your work practicing, what patterns have you recognized in your clients in terms of their self-care or coping mechanism
Yes.
that you think could have been unhealthy, that you see it as a pattern in them and is unhealthy, sort of?
Okay. During my practice, and
The patterns that you've recognized that weren't coping well.
okay, so I would say sleep
Sleep hygiene.
That's one of the things that really stand out. And in our practice, we normally work with psychiatrists,
Yes.
hand in hand with them. And so most of the disorders that we deal with, you find that after the patient has been given medication, and then they need they come to you as a psychologist. Some of the things that you want to find out is, has their sleep improved?
Yes.
Okay, you check other things like mood. How is their mood? How is their all these other things? But also one of the key things that I really find important is sleep.
Yes, I agree.
It's one thing that can really show up and tell you stuff.
Yes.
It can tell you this person is improving or this person is not.
Deteriorating.
Yeah. And then now there's need to come up with healthy mechanism. That's where coping comes in, and that's where sleep hygiene comes in. And just to talk a bit about sleep hygiene,
Yeah.
it involves like healthy ways of how you can conduct your sleep so that you're sleeping, your body is having the rest that it really needs.
Yeah.
And rest is important because you cannot keep working. You're not a machine. You cannot keep working and you don't get tired. We all get tired. That's why in a day they always say like we need to sleep for about like 7 to 8 hours. 8 hours there. And so out of 24, if you take away 8 hours, the remaining part is so little. It's like 16. So you see, sleep has been given like a big time. Because it is, I think whoever decided that knew that it is important.
Yeah.
And even, I don't know if it's good if I quote the Bible.
That's okay.
A bit. You see, even God himself rested. God being God.
Rested. Who am I? How am I not to rest?
Rested. So who is me and who is you not to rest?
Yeah. And we can always tell when someone hasn't had sleep.
Yeah.
They're easily irritated for no reason.
Yeah.
They are shouting at someone for no reason.
Exactly.
Even with kids, you see it from their young age.
Yes.
See, when a baby has not rested, no one is safe.
Yeah.
They're crying.
Yeah, cranky
and the first thing they'll ask is, has she slept? Has she had a nap? Because it's that important, because I feel like our brains, I was going to say they're like robots. Sometimes you need to be charged. And the way for us to charge is through sleep. So we can only charge through sleep.
Yeah.
So for someone who's struggling with sleep, give them a few tips on how can they improve their sleeping patterns and habits.
Okay.
For someone to have like a good night's sleep.
All right.
What should they do?
Okay. So one of the things that someone can do is having a routine, a pattern, a certain time when you sleep. Make sure you have a certain pattern. Let's say you want to be sleeping by 9. So it should be 9 like every day, 9, 9, 9, like that. So that even your brain and your body, you get used to the fact that at 9, I'm supposed to sleep. And so your body rests for the 8 hours that you need to rest, and then you wake up well. So that's one thing about time. Another thing is things like avoiding screen time just before bed. You know, the screens, the light from the screens affects your eyes, and you find that even sleeping is a problem. You can get to bed at 9, but then you'll stay for like 2 more hours. You've not slept. But then if you avoid screen time, so that you start, the eyes can start getting adjusted to the fact that it's time for me to sleep.
Night is sleep.
Yeah, night is sleep. So avoid things like having TV in your bedroom. Things like scrolling, going through those TikTok, the funny things that make people laugh on TikTok. You're going through them, and even the sad ones. You're watching a movie just before sleep.
So all your emotions are all over.
Yeah.
Your brain is like, oh,
you're
it is
waking
in the morning.
Yes.
Let's go to work.
Let's work.
Yeah.
And it's time to sleep.
It's time to sleep. Yeah.
You're waking your emotions. And even watching like horror movies. You find some people watching horror movies
before going to bed.
Yeah. And then now when they get to bed,
they're getting scared of their own bed covers.
They're having even nightmares. So if they remain awake, they can't sleep. They start screaming at night and things like that.
Because some of us have weak minds, so we have to know. You have to know what to avoid.
Yeah. So those are some of the things, and also like the beddings.
Yes.
Just get a proper mattress. Invest in one. I know. People might say like maybe expenses or things like that, but you can save, and then at a certain time then you invest in a good mattress, so that, and good beddings, nice ones that you love, because that's a place where you're going to spend like 8 hours on.
That's where you spend most of your time.
Yeah, you spend most of your time there. And you need like a bed that makes you look forward to come to it.
To bed.
Yeah. So good bed sheets, good mattress, the ambience, clean things, arrange your stuff in the bedroom so that things are not all over. Yeah, just to give you the relaxing kind of feeling.
Thank you. What I would add on that is also once you wake up in the morning, get out, go to the sun. Once your eyes are able to see, I think we read it in whose theory? Once your eyes are able to see the sun rays, they get to know that we are waking up.
Oh, yeah.
They let the brain know that now this is morning.
Oh, yes.
So your brain is easy to differentiate morning and night. So it knows that once the sun is gone, it's starting to slow down.
Yes.
And also practice habits that are slowing down your brain once you're nearing the time for sleeping. As we were saying, avoid these movies that are making your brain now become active again, because already has started slowing down.
Yeah.
So practice these habits that are slowing down your brain, like journaling, evening reflection, music.
Yes.
Slow exercise like stretching. So that by the time you're going to bed, you're already so relaxed and ready.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
I think there's also something else I've just remembered while you're talking. There's also eating.
Yes.
It's good to like eat earlier.
Yeah.
Like maybe 2 hours earlier.
Yes.
So that your body is able to digest and all that. So that when you go to sleep, you avoid like those many trips to the washroom at night, because they disrupt your sleep.
Yes.
And they can keep you awake. I don't know if you've heard of people when maybe they woke up during the night and went to the washroom, then coming back, now getting back to sleep is a problem.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
There's some who it's hard.
Yeah.
And there's some who have had. And we're in high school long ago.
Yes.
They used to go to the bathroom closing their eyes. So they just
They don't want to open the eyes at all.
because for them, once the light, they knew that once they see the light bulbs,
yes,
they won't get sleep again. So they would walk on the stairs, walking on the wall until the bathroom, and come back like that without opening their eyes because they're trying to protect
Oh.
their sleep. So knowing what is it that disrupts your sleep.
Oh, yes.
So if you know once you wake up, then avoid maybe drinks. If you know once the light hits your eyes, then maybe turn off the bathroom light so that once you enter, you don't wake up. So know
Yeah.
yourself, know what works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, self-awareness
Yeah,
is important.
it's very important. So
Yeah.
we're nearing the end.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to ask you, what is one coping skill or mechanism, or whatever you will call it, that you think other psychologists could be neglecting, or not even neglecting, that you personally, as Diana, would want to emphasize more? That you believe that one thing that you believe about coping that you think is not being given enough attention?
Uh, I would say things like self-care, but overall, just in general, I would say it's time to reach a place where we can normalize having healthy coping mechanisms.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, because we know that life has ups and downs.
Yes.
So let's reach a place where we understand that whenever I'm in a down, I can have a way of rising up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is creating like resilience.
Yes.
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 Would you want to talk about resilience as we conclude?
Yeah, a bit. I can talk about it. Yeah, resilience is the ability to just bounce back, in simple terms, to bounce back. You're going through a tough situation, but you're bouncing back faster. You're not like remaining in that situation.
Yes.
And that is one of the things that I learned in life that have helped me and is a very healthy way of coping.
Yes.
So it even helps you to draw the line between when you're doing healthy coping and even unhealthy. So you'll know with time. You'll see by just looking at time, because when you're doing like the unhealthy coping, the problem is still there.
Yeah.
And so the time is still continuing while you're still in the problem. But then when you're doing healthy coping mechanisms, you're improving, you're growing, you're healing, you're slowly getting out of that situation. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, because through practicing all these things is what creates resilience.
Yes.
And that is what we need as a people to
Yeah.
be able to withstand the world, because the world is going to change. Whatever we want is not always going to happen.
Yes.
So being able to practice these habits that are healthy creates better ways for us to live and approach the world in a better way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so in conclusion,
Yes.
thank you so much for being here, for being a guest for me. And in true words, what is the best way, or what is one thing that you would tell someone who's listening to us to practice? 2 things that you think they should take away from this conversation.
Okay. 2 things that I think listeners can do is being intentional with self-care and also with sleep. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Diana.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Thank you for accepting my invitation. And if you've watched this far, thank you so much. And as Diana said, be intentional, take care of yourself, build that resilience, adopt healthy coping mechanism. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. It's the life that you want to live. It can't create itself. You have to create it yourself, unfortunately or fortunately. Yeah, and this has been In the Quiet Podcast. If you've watched this far and you haven't subscribed, please do down below. And follow us on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify and on our social media platforms at In the Quiet Place Hub on Instagram and at In the Quiet Podcast on TikTok. And you can also follow Diana on LinkedIn at Diana Amis, and on Substack you can subscribe to her channel at Diana Amis. Thank you so much. Ciao. Hey y'all, our deputy journal is finally out. So I have created a gratitude journal after a long period of time thinking about it and wanting to have it out there, I've created something that I was looking for and couldn't find. Something that is well guided, well thought of, and very intentional. I've realized lots of us, we have open journals that have nothing in, and we're always worried about thinking what to write or what to say. And that's why I came out with a very layered journal that has prompts and asks you what to write down. It has morning reflections, evening reflections, that is a daily reflection. It has weekly reviews. It has monthly check-ins and quarterly check-ins. So if you are someone who wants to venture into the journey of journaling and building a lifestyle around gratitude, this is what I recommend you in the Quite Meaningful Gratitude Journal. Reach down in the description and order yours today on our Instagram at In the Quiet Place Hub.
Every person
Has a story.
some are loud,
Others
are buried
in silence. And here we bring them to light.
Some conversations change how we think. Others change how we live. This is a space for both. Welcome to In the Quiet podcast, where honesty isn't filtered, but silent cups are filled.